Hi, I'm Grace and I've been solo traveling in Southeast Asia for the last 5 months. Before coming here, I had no concrete plans, but all I really knew was that I wanted to travel and take photos. I get asked a lot why I travel alone. Is it just you? Do you have any friends? Do you get lonely being by yourself all the time? And to tell you the truth, I'd be lying to you if I told you that I want to travel alone all the time. But at the end of it all, I've fallen in love with traveling alone. Not only has it pushed me in ways that I never thought I'd imagine, but I've also learned to cope and deal with my problems by myself, and with the help of a few phone calls. Yes, sometimes it's tough doing things by yourself all the time, but these tough times have only made me stronger. And to be quite frank, one of these moments actually accounts for my first 2 days traveling alone in the Philippines. This was the first time I didn't feel safe traveling alone in a foreign country, and here's why. Oh boy, guys, what a day it has been. Well, surprise, surprise, I finally got over to Manila, Philippines. So today is officially day one, but I'm not going to treat it like it's day one today, only because I've been traveling for the last 20 hours. I ended up sleeping at the airport at Ho Chi Minh City because my flight was at 9 in the morning and I got there around midnight, and I didn't want to miss my flight the next morning. I got to Manila and I was on my way over to my hotel. And when I got to the hotel, they were saying how the hotel doesn't exist and it was like an incorrect hotel. And they were telling me how my hotel was actually located 20 minutes away from where I was. The Grab driver was saying how it was too far, and I had no Wi-Fi, no data at all. I literally, after 3 hours, finally got a SIM card. But it's just been really hectic. I couldn't even update the address on my phone because I had no data and no service whatsoever. So I just told them to just drop me off where I was, and there were stores and people around there, so I just kind of left. And I asked like at least 4 or 5 cafes or stores if they had Wi-Fi, and nobody had Wi-Fi. It was just so stressful. I went into the 7-Eleven, they didn't have Wi-Fi. So luckily on the street I saw someone sitting at a table and I was like, please, do you have Wi-Fi? They were selling coffee, and I figured maybe they had Wi-Fi, and the lady told me that she had a hotspot, so she was trying to connect me. Ended up not connecting, but she said that her friend had an open room across the street. All right, it's 3:30. I got to the Philippines. I'm Philippines, guys. But I got to my hotel and apparently the hotel doesn't exist. So I've been walking around the street with my big luggage, and I've been trying to find this hotel that doesn't exist anymore. But thankfully everyone here speaks English, and I didn't get your name.
I'm Ella.
Ella came to the rescue, and she found me a place to stay, like just on the street. I'm stranded, homeless, backpack, luggage everywhere. What's up? So now, here I am. I'm in Intramurals in Philippines, and this area, I think it's more of like the historical / tourist attraction spot area to be at. I'm just going to stay here for a couple of days, figure out my life, because I have to figure out what happened to my hotel and if my credit card company can give me a refund back, because I was literally left stranded by myself and I was so stressed with no data. I mean, at the end everything worked out, and yes, I'm here, but I just need a couple of days to kind of catch up and get myself together. But I'm officially all settled in right now. I'm about to head over to this cafe. It's a Saturday night. Honestly, I don't even care that it's Saturday night, but I just need to get some few things done and then maybe head out and get a drink or two. But until then, or whenever I decide to explore Manila fully, safe and ever travel with y'all. Okay, I'll see you guys later in the streets.
Address of the hotel on your email from
Oh, yes, I will. Okay, I'm sending that over to you right now. Oh boy, what a day. Oh my gosh. So for the last 24 hours, yes, okay, just kidding, 20 hours, I've been in Manila, and honestly it's been quite a headache so far. So pretty much I got here and the hotel that I initially booked, it apparently is not in the same location. So what had actually happened was that yesterday I was trying to figure my life together, so I just went to a nearby cafe, and the first thing I obviously asked them was, do you have Wi-Fi? And they said yes. So I was there on the phone with American Express for an hour and 30 minutes. Okay, an hour and 30 minutes, and because I don't have a phone number to call them with, I actually call them through Skype. So actually, when you're traveling internationally, I recommend you downloading Skype and just paying like a few dollars so you can make calls internationally, and literally $5 will last you hours. So that's what I did, and I didn't have a callback number in case the phone dropped, so I just prayed that the Wi-Fi worked. But the thing is, the cafe was closing, and I asked the guys if I was able to just work outside for a little bit or use the Wi-Fi so that they can close. And they said they weren't able to do that, but they didn't understand my situation, so they were like, oh my gosh, why didn't you just tell us to help you out? I'm like, I'm sorry, I wasn't gonna just be like, hey, can you help a random stranger out with her life? So basically what happened was the call with American Express dropped, and an hour and a half was just wasted on the phone. I didn't have anything else figured out besides staying here, and I'm very, very, very thankful that this family took me in, and yes, they do seem trustworthy, but because I came back at night, I didn't realize the area, and apparently this is not the safest area to stay in. So the guys at the bakery, they're trying to help me for 40 minutes to make calls to the hotel, and no one was able to reach them. And same with the Amex, they weren't able to get a hold of them. But the driver was saying how the area that I was staying in is not safe for me to walk alone as a girl. So he ended up just driving me back to my stay, and he confirmed with me like 3 times. He's like, is it okay if I drop you off? Because he was also a stranger too, and I was like, yes, fine. So I'm very grateful that he did drop me off. So I'm here. I just walked outside to get water at 7-Eleven and some bread. It's 11:30 in the morning and I don't really feel the safest, not gonna lie. Especially holding my camera. I think this is like real local Filipino bread, and I cannot wait to, actually I took a bite. I couldn't wait. But this is like some ube bread. I don't know what this is. I'm gonna try the others. I'll get to that later. So the guys at the bakery, they actually helped me out, and they were telling me that the hotel that I had initially booked, it's the same address but different district. So when I was coming to Manila, I did a quick search on things to do in Manila, but what I didn't know was that Manila is just a district within Philippines. Yes, this is a more historical area and the capital of Philippines, and you wanna tour around here and do the touristy things like go to the church, which I'm getting ready for right now. But there's other areas to live in, and from everyone who I've spoken to so far have been saying that the places you wanna stay in are Makati and BGC. And it is definitely not close to Manila. BGC, yesterday, I actually went to the next hotel because the guys were telling me that it was in a different area. So I decided to go and to see if they actually had my booking. So I took a bike at like 11:30 at night. I got to the hotel and voila, they had my booking. So I got kind of screwed over from Amex. I mean, I do love you, Amex, but really, like, oh my gosh. I mean, this was out of your control, and the hotel was saying this was the first time it's ever happened to them. So I guess I'm the first person to ever book a stay with them through Amex. But it was a headache, and the workers there showed me around the area, and it seemed a lot nicer, a lot more modern, and I think I'm going to go there tonight or tomorrow. The guy on the phone, that was actually the guy at the hotel, he's trying to ask the hotel company, Oyo, to see if they could figure out anything for me just because of my situation, and it was just totally out of my control, and I just didn't know where to go. Because last night, the driver didn't want to drive me around looking for the hotel for me because he said that it was just too much gas. So I just told him to just drop me off and I'll figure it out. And I didn't know that I was staying in the hoods of Manila. But I don't know if this is the real hood. I mean, I might be wrong, but I don't feel the safest walking around here by myself, but luckily everyone here knows English. So until I get this figured out and to see if I could actually stay here longer and get my reservation moved, I will move over to BGC and stay around there. But for today, I think there's still a lot of amazing history here in the area that I'm staying in right now to go out and see and check out. So I'm gonna do that before I leave this area, because I definitely want to be in a safe area, but I want to also explore and learn more about the history of the Philippines. So my life, this has been a headache, but this is also what comes with traveling. Not just solo traveling, honestly, but I definitely will say that if I had someone else, I would probably not be as stressed as I am now, and I would feel a lot safer. But these are the things that come with this lifestyle. Overall, in Philippines so far, no, I have not stayed here for 24 hours yet, but the districts here just seem so different. It's almost like Chicago and Washington DC had a baby and then it made BGC. Manila, I think it's a little bit more on the historical side, and you'll find a lot of locals. Like, if I didn't just walk to 7-Eleven to get water and to make sure that my phone had calling, then oh yeah, that's what also happened too. I got data yesterday, but I can't make calls, so I literally went over to the lady at the stand today to see if she can give me calling. So had that. But if I didn't go over to her, then I would not have found this local bread, and I cannot wait to show you after I finish getting ready. So far, I cannot give you any recommendations and my opinions on if you should visit Manila or not, but from the looks of it, honestly, if you're looking to just party on the weekend and have a long weekend trip here, yeah, maybe you go out in BGC. But if you're here for the history, I think a day in the Manila area would be okay. Here, everyone actually somehow knows that I'm Korean. This is the first Southeast Asian country where they've guessed correctly, because everyone thinks I'm Japanese. But some people here actually thought I was Japanese. So, got a solo female Korean traveler girl by herself in intramurals. How about that? Okay, when it comes to eyeliner, I need to flip it. Okay. And you're all ready. So, I have that ube bread. I think this one is like a ham and cheese bread I'm gonna try out. And these four together cost me 20 Philippine pesos, which is, it's like 20 cents, I think. Good. Super local. I think here, I'm gonna like the local street food. Oh. Okay, so actually this one, I think it's called, it was like mango with 2 G's, mango bread. It's good snacks, good eats, good morning. Next one, I can't even remember what I got. I just broke it apart. There's something in here, I don't know. Yeah, my room. Oh, last night, like, there was a cockroach on my bed, but at this point, it doesn't even faze me anymore. I don't care. I just slept the other way. Alright, let me show you. Here is my bed, charging stuff, limited space. My bathroom. I've actually, doesn't even have a sink here. So I've been going outside to wash my hands, but I asked for this table to put my stuff and luggage for me. I asked for this mirror, moved the furniture around a little bit. And here is, I guess, like common area. And this is where I've been brushing my teeth in the morning. I think they have some people upstairs, but this is actually, I think they park their cars here. They have a little dog. Hi puppies. I think his name is Eggy. Just like baby food. Hi. Hi. Hey, it's okay. But the family here right now, they're actually on a family trip because it's Father's Day today. Oh, it's Father's Day today. I should say happy Father's Day to my dad. So they're going on a family trip today. They're not going to come back until tonight. But if I get my hotel situation confirmed in the BGC area, then I'll probably check out of here today. Just because I already paid for the hotel and I don't want to lose it. But we will see. But that is a room tour and a home tour of where I'm staying right now. And my first real official day in Manila. So no, I have not really showed you guys the town areas and stuff, but I think I have to just be honest with you guys and tell you my real true first experience, my first day here in Manila, because I didn't know. And yes, like when you're thinking of visiting Philippines, Manila is probably on your list aside from Cebu and Palawan and all the islands and stuff. But what I usually like to do is I like to get myself situated in a city first to get to know the area, the people, and also money situation. And I have a lot of content I do have to edit, and that's why I'm here. I'm planning on staying in Manila for about a week, but I'm also a week behind where I think content, so it might be good for me. But yeah, so if you guys are visiting Manila, I would probably recommend you guys staying in somewhere like Makati or BGC and then taking a grab bike or a taxi over to the Manila area and explore the history and the churches for the day. But I'm gonna finish eating the bread and I'm gonna go out and start my day. Okay, I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye.